Welcome to Pension Starter Guide, where we simplify retirement planning with practical tips, clear guidance, and expert insights to help you build a secure financial future. So the UK Treasury recently announced plans to phase out the Lifetime ISA, often called the LISA, with a brand new savings product known as the First Time Buyer ISA. The idea is to make saving for a first home simpler and easier to understand. Now, loads of people have assumed this means existing Lifetime ISAs are disappearing. That's not what's being proposed. If you already have a Lifetime ISA, the government says you'll be able to keep it and continue using it under the current rules. That means you won't lose your account, you won't lose your government bonuses, and you won't suddenly be forced into a new product. For existing holders, it's largely business as usual. So why replace the Lifetime ISA in the first place? Well, one of the biggest criticisms is that it tried to do two completely different jobs at once. It was designed to help people buy a first home and save for retirement. The problem is that people saving for retirement usually have very different needs from people trying to buy a property in the next few years. Trying to combine both goals into one product created confusion. Another major criticism was the withdrawal penalty. Lots of people thought they would simply lose the government bonus if they took money out early. In reality, many ended up losing some of their own money as well. Life doesn't always go to plan. Divorce, jobs change, fluctuation in housing prices. Some savers found themselves trapped by rules they didn't fully understand when they first opened their account. Then there's the property price limit. The current Lifetime ISA generally only works penalty-free if the property costs £450,000 or less. That limit has stayed the same since the product launched in 2017. Meanwhile, property prices in many parts of the country have continued rising, especially in London and the South East. The new First-Time Buyer ISA is expected to focus on one thing only: helping people buy their first home. No retirement element, less complexity, and potentially fewer nasty surprises. One proposal being discussed is paying the government bonus when you actually buy a property, rather than paying bonuses into the account every year like the current Lifetime ISA. If that happens, people who later decide not to buy a home may simply withdraw their own savings without facing the same type of penalty that exists today. Another possible change is removing the upper age limit. At the moment, you generally have to be between 18 and 39 to open a Lifetime ISA. The government is considering allowing older first-time buyers to access the new scheme as well. That's important because people are increasingly buying their first homes later in life. So what should you do if you already have a Lifetime ISA? For most people, the answer is actually very simple. Stay calm and keep following your existing savings plan. Based on the current proposals, there is no need to rush out and close your account. Existing Lifetime ISA holders are expected to retain the benefits they already have. If you're eligible and don't already have a Lifetime ISA, the question becomes a bit more interesting. Some experts believe it may be worth opening one before the replacement product arrives. You could open a Lifetime ISA account with a small deposit while it's still available. That could allow you to keep access to the current rules even after new applicants can no longer open one. Let's look at an example. Imagine you're 26 years old and planning to buy your first home in 4 years. You save £4,000 each year into a LISA. Each year, the government adds an extra £1,000. After 4 years, you've saved £16,000. That's a pretty decent boost, and one reason the Lifetime ISA has been so popular with aspiring first-time buyers across the UK. But what if your main goal is retirement? In that case, a workplace pension may often be the stronger option, especially if your employer contributes money as well. Employer contributions are effectively extra money towards your future. For many workers, it makes sense to maximize those benefits before looking at other long-term savings products. That said, the Lifetime ISA can still be attractive for some self-employed people because withdrawals after age 60 are generally tax-free, and there is no employer pension to rely on. The right choice really depends on your circumstances, your age, your income, and whether buying a property or planning for retirement is your biggest priority. One thing we still don't know is exactly how generous the new First-Time Buyer ISA will be. The government is still consulting on important details like contribution limits and bonus rules, so while the policy is still being fine-tuned, there are still plenty of details that could change before the final version is introduced. The key takeaway is this: if you already have a LISA, you're not losing it. If you're eligible to open one, now may be a good time to consider whether it fits your long-term goals. If you found this helpful, share it with your friends, family members, and colleagues. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For more information, visit our website at pensionstarterguide.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.